guys. Dominic Solanke of Spurs and Tosin Adarabioyo, please, of Chelsea. Big centre back, big forward. What's happening? How you doing? You man are big, you know. I didn't realise you lot were that big. Wow. So you guys are both mates outside of playing football, yeah? How did you guys meet? Just tell the guys how you guys came across each other and when.
We've been boys since, I think, 15 years old. England under 16s. We just became good friends from there, and it's continued since then.
So you've always been matching up against each other, like centre forward versus defender.
Yeah. You know how it gets.
So who, just before we start, who kind of gets that on top? Who's the guy?
He don't like it when I say it that I score against him every time. He tries to say it's always penalties, but now the battles are good, to be fair. Like, we'll say 50-50 because you don't like the fact that I score penalties. So.
Every time I say
no goal.
If he scores,
we don't count penalties, do we?
You get it. Anytime he scores,
hey, goal's a goal,
it's
man. Goal's a goal.
So, yeah.
Now, obviously, we're here at Fanatics, and obviously this is about collectibles. Give the guys an insight as to where you guys are with collectibles, how you started and how you got into it.
Yeah, so I used to collect back in the day when I was young, and it was obviously the sticker albums for World Cup and Euros.
Yeah,
and
we love that, innit?
Yeah, everyone loves that. Got that nostalgic feeling. And then again, post COVID, I got into collecting again. Some of my friends told me to look into it, so I looked into there, and I just got that bug that you do with some things, and I just really enjoy collecting again.
What about yourself, Dom?
When I was younger, I used to collect Match Attacks, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Had loads and loads of cards. I tried to find them recently, but most of them were gone, so needed to start again. So about a year ago now, I started collecting again. A few anime cards, few football cards, and stuff like that. So yes, it's a great hobby to get into.
What's the most you guys have spent on these cards?
Well,
If people want to know, man.
it can get expensive, man. Boy, I don't want to say.
Come on, man. Tell that. It's not embarrassing investment, is it?
$5,000 up.
Is it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think probably my most expensive was around $5,000.
On one card?
On one card?
Yeah.
What card was it?
It was a Haaland gold card.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you're playing against Haaland, have you ever say to him, listen, bro, I got your card?
No, I don't even think about that when I come against these guys.
What about you, Dom?
To be fair, I haven't hit that level yet because I'm not, at the moment, I don't really want to buy singles. I'm more of like, I buy the boxes and try to pull it myself, which it adds up, to be fair. So I think I need to kind of come away from that and buy the cards individually. Otherwise, going to end up bankrupt. But I think I'll start getting to that level soon.
It's crazy because I've always known about, like yourself, so I was collecting cards as a kid, filling sticker books and stuff. But I walked in here and done a little tour. I don't know if you've done it yet. They showed me a card over there, Lewis Hamilton, £1.1 million for this card. Are you that dedicated?
I would never drop money like that on a card. But honestly, the value in some of these cards is insane. Like Dom says, he prefers to rip boxes open. I love ripping boxes open. And to know that there's a possibility that you could open a box and get a card worth 1.1 million is nuts. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's life-changing money and has amazing value. And that's one of the amazing things about this hobby.
It's mad because obviously Pokemon or anime or even the sticker books to now a flagship store in the UK. Could you guys have ever imagined that? Because there wasn't any out there like this for you guys.
Yeah. Honestly, it's amazing that Fanatics have now bought a store, their first store as well, here in London. It's going to be the base for every collector here in the UK, and I'm sure people all across Europe are gonna come here as well to check it out.
You know, with these cards, do you guys do you collect your own cards? Have you bought your own cards? Yeah. Is it?
So I've got pretty much my whole set from the 22-23 season. So there's different numbered cards. I've got my 1 of 1, my 1 of 5, my 1 of 10.
Wow,
1
you
of
are
20,
in this.
just a whole stack of different cards, and I'm really excited to do the same again this season.
What will be the value of that, you reckon?
I don't know, to be honest. For me, it's obviously just a sentimental thing because it's me on a card, so I hold great value on that. But you never know, I could get a massive fan that absolutely loves me and just gives me an incredible offer. So
that's what we're looking at. It's an investment. It's an investment.
If someone just drops out, I'll give you that collection for $1 million. I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Dom?
Yeah, I've got a few myself. I think I want to get them all eventually, but like the people that have already pulled them and stuff, they're already out there, so it's quite difficult to get hold of them. But yeah, I think it's always nice to have your own cards. Like, you want to collect your favorite players and stuff, but to have your own individual cards, because at the end of the day, when you was younger, collecting cards, they were all your favorite players on there. So to see yourself on the cards, it's a nice achievement.
Just back to football now. You guys, obviously, boys, you're friends, you chatting off the pitch and stuff. What's the best bit of advice one of you has given to the other?
I think it's like post game, really. Like, we get to hear from each other what we probably see like analysis or what we think was a weakness in their game, so that we can then go and improve in next games.
I think just like when we're going through tough stages in our careers, we always speak, and he's quite straightforward, to be fair. So it's nice to have an honest friend. But yeah, I think just like there's been times when I've maybe not been confident and stuff, but he always says like, you're at the end of the day, like, you need to do it for yourself as well. So I think it's important that it's a team game, but you need to focus on yourself as well.
Going back to this season as well, who have been your toughest opponents in this league this year?
I couldn't really highlight one. There's obviously been some tough games throughout the season, but can't really highlight one specific player, to be honest with you.
I was like that, you know. I was just saying, when I played here, I never wanted to give no one any props. Because if they see this, they're going to have one up before I even start a game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? What about you, Dom?
It's always Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got everything, like strong, quick, like leader. So yeah, I'd probably say he's the most difficult.
In the game today, I think a lot of people don't know. I'd like to know what you guys think. You play today, yeah? Like, I commentate and talk about the game today, but a lot of the people are talking about it being very systematic now over individual, and being able to be like a maverick and kind of play your own game. You've got to be in the system. How do you guys find the game right now? Do you find it like that? It's a bit restrictive, or do you feel free?
I think it's just how the game has evolved. Obviously, managers come in and like to implement their philosophy and the system within a team, but within that, you have to be able to show your qualities, and that's where the top players shine.
Yeah, I think similar, really. I think back in the day, it was a bit more freestyle and people could go more where they want, but I think the game definitely evolved. Like you said, the systems, everyone's got different systems. Every manager's got a different way of playing, so they always have their preferences. For me personally, being a striker, like, it's not too bad because I'm always just at the top, like round the goal. So I don't really get sucked into the movements in around all over the pitch. But yeah, it's definitely different.
Do you miss the free stuff? Because I've seen you guys play when you were younger, and it was a little bit, back then was a bit more free. Do you miss that? And it's weird because we spoke to Jed Spence on the podcast as well, and he obviously plays with you, and he said that the way is just the way, we've got to play that way, and that's it. Do you miss that element of freeness when you were young and playing youth team especially?
I think for me, like, it's more like for the wingers. Like, I love watching wingers like express themselves. Like, back in the day, you would see wingers try anything.
1v1, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't really see that as much these days, which is a shame, really, because that's what football is all about, like that enjoyment, trying things. So, yeah, I'd probably say that's probably the part that I miss most.
Who's your favourite winger? You're looking at, if you're saying, I'd love to have played with this guy, he would set me up enough goals.
I'd probably say Cristiano back in the day. Like, when I was younger, I like watching him like doing all the step overs. And
Man United Cristiano.
Yeah. Like,
what about you, Tos? What if you had a partner, you go, you know what, that would have been my ideal partner. Who would your partner be?
Sergio Ramos.
Ramos, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the attributes you're looking for? What are you saying?
I think Ramos had literally everything. He had that aggressive side and that ball playing quality, and he also made a difference at the other end of the pitch, scoring goals. And for me, he is one of the greatest centre halves of all time.
Just want to talk to you about your journey from a big club academy via other teams, and now you're at Chelsea. What was the learning like for you on that journey? Because it's sometimes kids that go to a big academy, it's just a lot of people think, oh, it's just there, you go out and play and everyone's going to be like the Reece James of this world, you just stay there and go there. Or Phil Foden. What's that journey that you had that was a different journey, but you still would end up getting to the top? What was that like?
Yeah, like you just said, it's a bit of a different journey to those like of Phil Foden and Reece James. Obviously, even Reece James went on loan, to be honest.
He went on loan, yeah.
He went on loan and he did fantastic. For me, loans are an amazing experience. You get to go out, play men's football, and feel that real pressure to perform and get 3 points every single week.
Men's football, isn't it?
It's men's football, like you just said. And for me, it's an amazing learning curve because you don't really get that in academy football. You don't get that pressure even when you're with the first team and you're on the fringes, you still don't really feel that pressure of, okay, I need to perform every single week. So to go out on loan and get that experience for me, is priceless.
You were similar, Dom, in that sense, yeah? But I'd like both to answer this question. Were there moments where there's a bit of doubt, where you're not sure, where you're looking over your shoulder and say, I don't know where I'm going to end up here? How do you get through those moments and then maintain where you get to?
I think ultimately you always believe in yourself. Even when there's a bit of doubt, you always believe that you're going to get to where you believe you're going to be. But the funny thing about football is it changes like that. Like you see it these days, you'll have a bad game, everyone will be talking, next game, you have a good game, and then it's all forgotten about. So I think the mindset like that is important, because just around the corner, your career could change and you could get a crazy opportunity, and from there, your career just propels, you know. So yeah, for me, it was always about just keep going, and things can change like in an instant.
I love highlighting and looking for the young next generation, who's coming through. Like, but at your two separate clubs, who are the players that you go, you know what, look out for this boy?
For me, I'll probably say Tyreek George. For me, he's a very talented boy, and he's also got the mindset to push on, and he's always looking to improve. So for me, I'll say Tyreek George right now at Chelsea.
Other than the obvious two, Archie Gray and Lucas Bergwijn, that have been playing quite a bit this season. I think they've got huge careers ahead of them. They've been really good this season. But someone that hasn't played as much, Mikey Moore.
Yeah.
He's a really talented boy, very direct and good winger. So I think he's got a bright future as well.
And just going back to your clubs as well, like, because I played under a manager who was very, very strict, Alex Ferguson. He was on you all the time. No real room for manoeuvre or making mistakes. How are your managers in that respect? How strict are they?
Bit of both, to be honest. He gives the players freedom, he gives the players confidence, but at the same time, he knows what he wants and knows what he demands from each player and the squad as a whole. So I'd say a bit of both, which is, for me, is a perfect balance, because I think you also need to have that little bit of a fear factor of the gaffer, just to know that, okay, I need to make sure I'm on point here, otherwise things could go left. And I think it's very important, and he's definitely got that as a young manager himself.
No, good. What about you, Dom? Your manager's under great pressure at the moment, so it might be different.
Yeah, I've had some strict managers in my career, to be fair. But Ange's cool. I wouldn't say he's too strict. He's quite key on everyone like being a family and getting on and treating everyone as humans and gentlemen. So I wouldn't say he's too strict. But like obviously, if you cross a line, then he can tell you he's not afraid to be honest. But yeah, he's quite he's not too strict.
Well, before we go, guys, I've got to ask you both the same question. Are you going to be victorious in Europe this year? We've got Chelsea and Spurs fans in the house. I need to know, man.
Yeah, that's the aim. That's the aim we set out from the start of the season. We go into next week. We're fully focused on getting that job done and being victorious in Europe.
Well, good luck. Good luck to you. What about yourself, Dom?
Yeah, I think something that we all got our eyes on now. It's coming to the end of the season. We know our league hasn't been the best this year, so we're hoping to end it with some silverware. Europa League's a great trophy to win, so we believe we can do it. So just need to get the job done now.
All right, well, good luck, guys. Really appreciate your time. And listen, go and enjoy the collectibles and don't spend too much money.
Appreciate it, man.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, guys. From the guys and myself, Fanatics are opening a flagship store. Go and enjoy yourself. Cool, man. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Real Presents. Hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll be here every Monday throughout the season, so tell your mates and all get involved, man. If you've got a point you think we should be discussing or want to put us on the spot with a question you want answering, get in touch using the fans first at rioferdinandpresents.com email address or use hashtag RFP on social. Make sure you leave us a review and follow this Rio Ferdinand Presents feed, and you'll never miss an episode. See ya on the next one.